Hello, so we are back, finally Friday, and we have a job. We have a Asus laptop, and the problem with this one is just that it's not doing anything. We have no line, nothing, it's just that. Okay, let's come with the power supply. Yeah, we have to check to see it's taking power, it's not taking. Ground, I'll take the ground from some ground. And it's taking, check on the power supply, like 10 milliamps, which is normal. Just a small detail, yeah. I don't know how can I show you, yeah. Let me see how can I show you. I can bend the camera. 1 second. Yeah, you can see the light flashing. So check the light. That's the current. Okay. Now look, even if I switch to max current, which is 5 amps, my power supply is still going on the limit. You can see the LED flashing, yeah. Does mean, what does mean? Means something is getting over 5 amps on short pulses, yeah. Okay, so most likely a short somewhere. But you see, the power supply meter is not really, because it's a tiny switch, it's a tiny pulse, yeah, pulse. It will not show like max current, it will show like 10 milliamps, 20, something like that. Okay, now let's open this one and see why it has this behavior. Remember, like with the phones, when you plug the charger, the current goes quickly up. Same story. So let's open the laptop quickly and see what can be wrong here. I just show you how you can diagnose a thing before you open. Because obviously this laptop was diagnosed when the customer was here, like 1 minute test, okay, that's a motherboard issue, 100%. So when you can give a precise diagnostic, it's you have a better look, you know, you look more professional. Okay. But of course, when you put a diagnostic, you have to be kind of precise, because if the price is too low, it will not cover your expenses. And calling the customer and say, look, I changed my mind, actually it's a different problem with different price. If the price is lower, the customer will be happy, but if the price is higher, you know, the customer will think it's kind of scam. Let's unplug the keyboard. So that's the laptop inside. Okay, first let's come with the power supply. That's the plus of the charging port. Any same story, pressing the power button, nothing happened, obviously. Now all what we have to do is to follow the 19 volts power rail, and I can't see any power supply on this side of the board. Can't see any. You know what we can check? Let me grab the multimeter, the on-screen multimeter. Ground. Now let's check on the power button. Do we have 3.3? Nothing here. Nothing here. And nothing here. We don't have 3.3. Does mean probably our 19 volts power rail is missing. Okay. Be careful with this connector. I've seen so many connectors like this ripped off on this shop here by my colleagues. So you have to push this metal thingy back and then lift the connector, yeah. What model is this? This is a Asus X model x553S. If you have this laptop for repair. Now let's remove the hard drive. Okay. Let's remove the Wi-Fi card. CD drive. Oh, even the battery has to be removed. More screws. Let's remove the connectors. I have a plastic clip here. Screen connector. One more screw here. And that's the board. What I will do, we can see clearly here. If you can't see it, I'll power up the microscope. But you can see the input. Okay? The input, you have the charging port, you have the first MOSFET, the second MOSFET, the current resistor, and after that you have your big 19 volts power rail, yeah? So let's come with 90 volts here. Okay? Now let's see what happens. We have a current limit around 2 amps. And we have a short, you can see it's taking 2.2 amps. And it's just shorted. So that's the purpose on the first two MOSFETs, yeah? So the circuit was just, he was trying to open the MOSFETs, the current goes up, and he shut down the MOSFETs again. That's why you seen that pulses on the current thingy, yeah? Pretty smart thing. Well, keep in mind, even the charger has a short circuit protection. So if I short the charger, the voltage will goes off. This is just an extra protection. That's why removing those MOSFETs is not a big deal. You have a protection anyway on the charger. Okay. Now the problem is I don't have a thermal camera, so I have to use my finger, because most likely it's a capacitor, or it's a low chance to be a MOSFET. Okay, here is something is getting extremely hot. I don't think it's a MOSFET, because I can't see any MOSFET there. You see, it's just a common fault. Well, let's see what we have here. Where is my petrol? It's here. No petrol left. Okay, let's use some alcohol then. The petrol ran out. Okay, no alcohol left. Let me get the bottle with the alcohol. And let's see, coming with 19 volts. Huh? What's the catch there? Pretty high current here. It's one of those two caps. Yeah, first one. Yeah, this one is gone. Let's be gentle this time and remove the capacitor nicely. There's still one left there. Let's check for sure now. Checking for short. No short. Just a, a nice Friday fault. No headache, nothing. Let's draw the board. Let's feed the board back. The Wi-Fi card first. That should be the name of the video. A nice Friday fault. Let's feed the screen. This connector and we can test it. Okay, now let's come with the power supply. Minus, plus. Now let's fire up. And the current goes up 300 milliamps. We have the LED on here. Goes off and comes on because the BIOS got reset. And I have picture. And we are on the BIOS menu. Okay. So the laptop is working perfectly fine. So if you have this laptop, there you go, and you have this fault. But it's not only on this laptop. You'll have that behavior, power supply behavior. Actually, you see that on the power supply it's taking like 10 milliamps, 20 milliamps, but the current limit is flashing no matter what current you'll set up, like 5 amps. I set up 5 amps, and I still have that flash. That means the power supply goes on the limit. Now, remember I told you so many times, when you use a lab power supply, use an analog one. Analog one is pretty dumb. So actually you try you take the power from a linear transformer, But when you have this kind of pulses and the power supply is a switching one, you'll see a lot of weird things happening. Okay? That's one of the beauty of a linear power supply. Don't forget the Wi-Fi connector and the screw. Okay? So I suppose I'll see you later on a next video, because we still have some jobs here. Yeah. Anyway, if there's no other video, just enjoy your weekend and see you on the next one. Bye.